Hello, friends, and welcome to a new episode of r/IDontWorkHereLady. Today we have 4 new stories. So the first one's about a crazy lady in a store who got a discount, freaked out, then threatened to call the police. And a little story for dessert. Let's get started. Sir, you're breaking the law, and I can call the cops for this. Today, as my cashiering goes by, I'm approached by a woman wearing her jacket, signifying she works for the local fire department. I finally thought that after this day of regular crazies, I might actually have someone who's relatable and intelligent. Boy, was I wrong. We start off with the usual crap. Hello, how you doing? Nothing out of the ordinary. I'm about to finish checking her out, and she tells me to wait. She's got some coupons. I genuinely hate coupons because of our system usually messing them up somehow. I really don't know, but no big deal. She hands me the coupons and hawk-eyes the screen as I scan each one. On our screen, for whatever reason, the coupons showed up as regular, even though we're apparently hosting an event, which we weren't informed of, where every coupon is worth double. As soon as she sees them ringing up as the regular price, she begins getting irritated. We'll call her FL for Fire Lady. FL, that's not right. Me, what seems to be the problem, ma'am? FL, I'll show you, right here. She started tapping an ad which states our offer, and I double-checked the screen, and it shows the total going down by double each coupon, even though on the part she was looking at, it only showed the original prices being deducted. Me, oh, okay, see right here, it's taking them off double. It just says that on the list because that's how the system works. It's taking off the amount you show. It's just displaying it odd. She then gets the urge to scream at me in front of everyone. No, that's wrong. It says right here that you're doing this offer through these dates. That's bullcrap. I then re-explained it to her. Then she calmed down. She laughed and said, oh, wow, I'm sorry. You're probably thinking, wow, B-word, get out of here already. I told her that it happens to the best of us when things mess up like that and that it's all right. I then told her the total. Then out of nowhere, see, I knew you were effing lying to me. That isn't right. What you're doing is illegal, and I can call the cops right now. She flashed her phone at me. I was taken aback at her switching gears so quickly, but did manage to get out another attempt to explain it to her. Ma'am, it's exactly as I explained before. The price is correct as it should be. Oh yeah? Then what was the price prior to the coupons? We then went through each and every item, and I told her the total. Then I showed her the coupons and how much they took off. It was maybe $1 more because of tax, but I thought she finally understood, so I didn't mention it. FL, you guys have no... Me, ma'am, the tax is added, so it is indeed the correct price. Everything's accounted for as it should be. Oh yeah, I guess. But what you guys are doing is still illegal. False advertising. I was about at the end of my fuse at this point, so I told her that everything is as advertised and I have no control, even if it wasn't. Mid-sentence, she stopped me by saying sternly, luckily no longer screaming, it's still illegal. But it's fine. Here. She then handed me the cash and we got her through the line. I thought it was all over until I looked left and saw her 2 lines over glaring at her receipt checking it out. Oh well, she's just double-checking. I mean, she's obviously worried, so whatever. Midway through my next checkout, she comes storming over and says again, it's not right. Before she could continue, the man being checked out said something along the lines of, lady, I just watched this whole thing happen. It's right. I even checked with you because you wasted nearly 10 minutes of everyone's time here. Please go the F home or ask the customer service desk. He's had enough. I was so unbelievably happy when she turned around and casually walked off as if it never happened. Didn't even stop at the CS desk. Told the guy I couldn't thank him enough as he was leaving. That guy's so awesome. The enforcer. I love how he just steps in and saves the day. And our next story. We don't use pennies anymore. Background. I'm a teenager working at a small clothing store in Canada about 45 minutes from the American border, so we occasionally get a few customers from the States. Normally, I work cash, so of course I get to deal with any of the confused customers over their purchases. The most common problem that arises is that people shopping here who come from the States are sometimes unaware or forget that Canada doesn't use pennies anymore. They're just gone from our currency system. Instead, we round to the nearest 5 or 10. So 1 cent or 2 cent round down to 0, while 3 cent and 4 cents round up to 5. Pretty straightforward. Our register will ring up the exact total, and it's up to the cashier to figure out the rounding system to give out the change. I usually explain this to anyone confused as to why they didn't receive a penny, and for the most part, I'm met with calm understanding. Calm and understanding did not fit the personality of Penny Lady, however. At the time I was ringing her up, PL's credit card had just gotten bounced, so she grumbled a bit and pulled out some cash to pay for her purchase. Keep in mind, my store sells pretty pricey clothing, $40 minimum for a shirt. So her purchase was about $120.99 for 3 items. She paid the full amount in cash, one $100 bill, one $20 bill, and one loonie. And I print out her receipt and wish her a good day like the obedient drone I am. This is where it gets ugly. The lady comes back 10 minutes later when it's, thankfully, quiet, and marches up to me at the cash register. Ahem. Hi there. Happy retail smile. Is there something I can help you with? I did not receive the proper amount of change. Oh, my apologies, miss. May I see your receipt to confirm? She handed me the receipt and said, I expected better of this store. I shop here all the time and have never been dishonored like this before. I'm very sorry, miss. I'll try and fix this as fast as possible. How much change were you due? I was supposed to receive some change, but I got none. Look at the receipt. So glancing down at the receipt, I checked to see how much change she was due from her purchase. It says change due 1 cent, which means I have to round down to no change. This lady essentially paid the full price in cash and was demanding a penny in change, which I can't do. Oh, I see the error here. I'm very sorry, miss. Where it shows the change due area on the receipt, you see, we don't use pennies anymore here. I explained the penny system to her. Well, I'm going back to the States tonight, and I want some exact change back to the border so security doesn't pull me over. Miss, I don't travel much, but I don't think you'll get called at the border over a penny. They're aware of the rule. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for you. I don't need your sass, child. Get me your manager. I'm still smiling the happy retail smile as I go off to get my manager thinking, oh, you B-word, it's just a penny. Luckily, my cool manager, CM, has my back, and he walks over and explains the same thing to the very flustered lady. She's still demanding her penny, so he finally cracks. He walked into the back of the store, found a penny lying on the ground covered in dust. It had been there for ages, but no one wanted it for obvious reasons, and walked back out. He handed the lady the penny. Here you are. Now, please understand that we will not be giving out any more pennies. Thank you. The lady harumphs and finally leaves the store. Then CM high-fives me for handling the situation well. To this day, I get slightly irritated whenever I have to explain the rule, though. Always funny when they say they've shopped there for years. Yeah, well, I've been working here for years, and this is the first time I've seen you. And our next story. I absolutely do not care that you want a manager. Hey, TFR. I'm about an hour early to work, so here's a, hopefully, short story about one day in my last week at my previous job working at large office supply store. I worked in the print and copy center. I was moderately backed up because we'd been losing employees in the copy center more and more over the last few months. It was down to just me, my supervisor, and my semi-newish coworker. This was really a job that should have 2 people on shift at all times, but we hardly ever did. So I come into a backlog of orders and have been trying to get as many done as I can. I have my color printer, my black and white printer, my poster printer, my cutter, all running at once. Walk-ins basically have to use self-service at this point, unless they require more than basic copying, which they have to drop off with me. No same-day service at this point. Enter BL. That's B-word lady. We all know BL. We know her very well. Hi, can I help you? Yes, I need these copied. She hands me an order of basic copying, stuff which, like I said, must be done on self-serve. Sorry, but these will have to be done on self-service. I'm not using self-service. I'm sorry, but I'm backed up behind the counter. I can take the order and have it ready in 24 hours. No, you're going to do it now. Me getting impatient, she could have had them done in the time we talked about it. Well, I've given you your options. So she grumbles and goes off to use the super simple, easy self-serve copiers. Not a few minutes later, I hear ranting and raving about whatever, I don't remember, didn't care. She comes back demanding I serve her as I'm trying to get my now halted orders back on track. I repeat that I've given her all the options I'm willing to give to a rude, impatient customer. Of course, the demanding a manager ensues. But remember, folks, it's my last week and almost my last day. I wasn't even wearing a radio because I didn't want to be bugged with petty issues like cashiers needing backup for a line of 2 people. So, ma'am, I don't know where my manager is. Well, get one. No thanks. I'm sure you can find one with a gray shirt if you look around. This is ridiculous. Yes, it is. Ridiculous that I have to put up with this on almost my last day. I don't care. I absolutely do not care. Bye, Felicia. Had almost an identical interaction with a guy later that shift, but unfortunately, load hasn't come in, so I'm all out of Fs to sell until further notice. And our last story. When you expect me to work during a hurricane. Might be putting me on the map, but Harvey was a big old B. Messed up a lot of things for me and the family business, computer repair. On the 30th, a man dropped off a laptop to have a hard drive put into it. On the 31st and 1st, we lost power in our city. We're closed on the weekends. On the 4th was Labor Day, so no one was open. And when he shows up on the 5th, he yells at us to already have his computer fixed. After literally yanking the laptop out of my dad's hands, he storms for the door. Dad, being the saint of patience, says, if he can get it done today, would that be okay? The man says, like right now. Dad says, it's going to take at least an hour to get it finished properly. He proceeded to walk out the door, flipping the bird to me, my dad, my mom, and my sister. What were we supposed to do? Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.